Let's do it, ladies and gentlemen. How we doing today? Young kids, grandparents, whoever's joining me. Welcome to this week's weekly beer and video review with Danny Salay. I'm your host, Danny Salay, and get ready for a new start, a new beginning. That's a little bit of foreshadowing for what's to come. Hope you caught it. Hope you're doing well. And let's get right into the show. If you're new to this show, let me tell you what it's about. Basically, what I do is I drop in here and I talk about the videos of last week. I talk about some stuff that happened this week. Then I talk about the videos that are coming out next week. And in between that, we have a good time. We review two beers. We got some awesome beers today. One of them is kind of, I'm not where it's exactly categorized, if it's even a beer, but it's a lot of fun. And that's what we do on this show. Thanks again for joining me if you're here with me live. If you're not and you check this out later, well, thank you for joining in and taking your time to watch this video. I can't say how much I appreciate both of you guys just watching the show. If you like what I'm doing, go ahead and hit that sub button. Go ahead and share one of my videos. I'd really appreciate that. That's a call to action to all you people out there, for all you Travel Man Dan squad. I appreciate you guys passing along. That really helps me grow, and growing is exactly what I'm doing, that this channel is doing. Baro, what's up from India? Woohoo! Nice to see you here. Thank you for joining me. Also, I would like to point out that, well, today is going to be a really fun show. And if you don't know and you want to know, or if you may already know, down below in the description is a link where you can check out some of the Travel Man Dan merchandise, the Food Friday merchandise. Go ahead and click on that Teespring link that will take you to the store, and then you can go ahead and go and support me on my channel here with merchandise. If you do decide to purchase the merchandise, whether it be a shirt, a hoodie, some socks, a coffee mug, please find a way to send me the picture. Please shoot it to my Instagram at TravelManDan. Shoot me a message, a comment somehow, some way. Send me a picture of you when you get your shirt or your mug or your socks, and let me know so I can personally thank you, shout it out, retweet it, whatever you want to call it, and just say thank you so much, because without you, my community, I would be nothing. And so with full appreciation, please let me know if you go ahead and purchase something at the Travel Man Dan store. So now that we got that out of the way, let's get right into the show. Hope you guys are doing great. As I talked about before, we got some really good beers today. And one of them, I'm not really sure if it's actually categorized as a beer, but should we start? I think it's about that time. Let's get into it. I want to talk about this right here. It is called Angry Orchard Hard Cider. That's right, Angry Orchard Hard Cider. We are doing the green apple. Check this out. Really cool. I really like the label. There's just something about it that's very, it's cartoony. It's mysterious. It's, an angry orchard. Let me start that over again, because there is no cuts. This is live. I really like the label. It is the Angry Orchard. And when I think of an orchard, I think of my time back in Franklinville, New York with my buddy Mate. And we were having always a good time. We'd see these giant apple fields and, kind of scout out deer and stuff like that. And, well, look at their label. And the tree's got a face on it. Or sometimes at the dawn or, the dusk, the orchards, they really look scary and creepy, and especially when the leaves are off of them. And so when I see this label, it really brings back that kind of memory. Is green apple, which is considered, it called sometimes a Granny Smith apple. But yeah, this is a hard cider, and the reason I say, I'm not sure if this is a beer or not, but well, it's not your traditional ale, IPA, lager. It's a hard cider. It's really popular in Britain, as I'm told, and it's starting to become a little more popular here in America. Down in the comments below, let me know if you've ever tried any of these ciders, or if you know of another good hard cider. It is alcoholic, okay, so it is 5%. Ooh, it's naturally gluten-free. So if you're gluten-free, freak or weird. No, no, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. If you're gluten free, this might be your drink. And shouts out to my niece Alex, who I know likes cider and is gluten. It is made in Walden, New York. Okay, that's pretty cool. Being from New York State, I know where Walden, New York is. But let's go ahead. We got our little bottle opener and try out this delicious hard cider, the Angry Orchard Hard Cider Green Apple. Oh yeah. Ooh man, that smells really good. That smells awesome. Ooh, oh that's dangerous. Oh man, wow, what a zinger! What a taste! It tastes like a Granny Smith apple pie that's been sitting on your windowsill, cooling off. Man, is that delicious! Awesome, really good tasting. First sip is a success. The first thing that you taste is the pungent kind of gripping flavor of a green apple, and it is tasting so delicious. It is really good, and really happy to be starting off with a good sip from Angry Orchard. One thing that I want to get to right away is, well, I'm not properly dressed for this weekly beer and video review show with Danny Salay. I have, well, I'm half in my clothes, and that will bring us to the first segment of today. Guys, I want you to see probably my favorite clothes, my favorite piece of clothing. Check this out, guys. Buffalo Sabres jersey came in the mail this week. Okay, if you don't know, this is my hockey team. This is the city that I grew up in, and this is the hockey team that I support. Diehard Sabres fan. We're playing really good this season. We started out the gate really good. We hit some patches. Right now we got a couple injuries, but you know, the best thing about this jersey, check this out. This jersey is personalized. Check that out. Travel Man Dan. Isn't that freaking awesome? Travel Man Dan. So if you see me out and you see me wearing the Sabres jersey, it is going to be customized. I got a Bills one coming. Really fun stuff here. And I should get a white one at some point. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into this. And I want to tell you a little story about this jersey, because this was sent to me by Sorrentino's Sporting Goods. Okay, and if you don't know Sorrentino's, well, let me tell you a little bit about it. It's a local sporting goods store that I've been going to for pretty much 25 years and buying sporting goods ever since I was a boy, and maybe even 30 years, and buying everything from my baseball mitts to bats to cleats to baseball pants. They are located at 2330 Sheridan Drive in the town of Tonawanda. It's really cool. Thank you. Yeah, thanks, Barrow. And they've basically moved across the street from where I grew up, going to their store, and they're in a big red barn. And what's considered, somebody had told me about it, is called the Trifecta of Sheridan Drive. And you'll be able to see that with Food Friday. It's Ted's, Paula's Donuts, and then Anderson's roast beef. So right in that little kind of section of Sheridan Drive in the town of Tonawanda, you have a red barn, and they have a sporting goods store there called Sorrentino's. And well, I got it because I was going to go to Dick's, right? And Dick's is a huge conglomerate, the sporting goods store here in the United States. And I saw it at Dick's. I was with my father, was ready to buy it, and I was like, you know what? Let me see what Sorrentino's has got, because I haven't been there in many years. It's probably been 15 years since I've walked through their door. And I just wanted to support the local business more than this huge mega superstore sporting goods store. Now, I do like Dick's. I'm not throwing shade on them, because we all go to those places. We all like them. But if I can put my money into one or the other, I'd prefer to give it to the guys over at Sorrentino's. And it was great. I think the guy's name was Kevin. It's funny because I haven't seen these guys in 15 years. I knew exactly who they were. It's two brothers, and super awesome guys. Really, really fun store to go into. It's not a huge place, but they'll have whatever you need. And if you definitely need like local Sabres, Bills, your local high school stuff, they have it. It's really good to go and support the local guys. As a matter of fact, if you want to give them a call at 716-836-2715, give them a call. Tell them Travel Man Dan sent you. Thanks for the hockey jersey. I absolutely love it. I'll be supporting the Sabres for the rest of my life, and I'll always have this jersey. So really fun stuff. Let's get back into this Angry Orchard, and thank you, Sorrentino Sporting Goods. Wow, that is delicious. I don't know how this is alcoholic. It tastes like apple juice, like literally apple juice. Like you go in and you start off the morning with your eggs with a glass of juice, and you could probably start off with one of these. Really delicious. The only thing I'm susceptible about hard cider is if you want to put down about 10 of them, are you going to get that agita, that heartburn right here, and that you can't move, and from the acidity. But it's not too acidic. It's got a smooth flavor going down. The only thing we're missing here is the pie crust. So really delicious. Angry Orchard, making me proud. Once again, check out their label. This is the Granny Smith version. They do have other versions, and we'll see if we can review them here some other time on the weekly beer and video review show with Danny Salay. But now I want to talk about last night. Wow. Anybody happen to see the UFC? Wow, wow, wow. Didn't expect that at all, huh? Conor McGregor fought Donald Cerrone in UFC 246 in Las Vegas at the T-Mobile Center. Great show, great card. You know, the names weren't blockbuster, but there was some big names on the card. But it actually turned out to be a really good card. I enjoyed all the fights. Yeah, but who would have thought? You know, Conor McGregor is such a draw. His presence and what he's accomplished in the sport, and as a business model, I guess his whiskey's doing pretty good. He's actually really quite entertaining. In the last 2 years, he's gone down. You know, I'm not gonna judge him, man. He's gone down so past that. You know, unless you're there in the moment. You know, does he get forgiveness? I don't know what to say on these whole things about his run-ins with the law and things like that. All I'm talking about is him as a UFC fighter, and he hadn't been in the UFC fight since the Khabib fight, and he won last night decisively within 40 seconds. And the way that it started off was he came out and they just started smashing on each other, swinging and missing, and Conor, like, they got locked up, used his shoulder to break Cerrone's nose. They separated. He head kicked him, hit him with those lefts, and oh man, 40 seconds later, Cerrone was done. And you know, wow, well, that's all I can say. It lived up to the hype. Conor's always pretty much lived up to his name when he's in the ring. Hats off to you, man. McGregor, awesome fight. And you know, one of the things about McGregor, I love Cerrone. Okay, he's an awesome guy, and he seems like a really, really cool guy. A guy that I would probably hang out with. And on the flip side, McGregor, you know, he showed up differently to the press conference. I don't know if it was his persona. He wasn't like screaming at people, shit talking. This kind of guy, you know, like he's always been in the past, and he got the job done. I really like his humbleness, and I like that Conor McGregor. I hope that's the real one moving forward. Like I said, I'm just a fan of guy on the outside, and well, hats off to both of you guys and everyone who fought on that card. Says, you know, if you're fighting in the octagon, the ring, you know, wow. Amazing, and really, really exciting UFC if you'd seen it. And looking forward, I'd like to see the fight I really want to see is McGregor and Gaethje. You know, just two stand up, beat 'em up people, you know, with really good wrestling. You know, Gaethje was an amazing wrestler here in the USA, and I think it's about time. Even though he wasn't showcased last night, I think people need to understand that McGregor's got more than just a left hook. But yeah, exciting. Let me know down in the comments below if you saw the fight and what you thought of the UFC 246. Excuse me. I think it's time for another sip. Wow. It's like drinking a candy apple. Let me know down in the comments below if you saw 246, what you thought and what you think going forward. This is so sweet, such a delicious aroma that's coming off of my breath after drinking this. That really, really good stuff. You know how I think I would like this? I think I would like this in a silver cup, almost like a Moscow Mule, but with crushed ice. Not the big cubes, but like little granules of ice. And I just like that style of ice better. And then drinking this on a hot summer day, ooh, man, must be awesome. Must be awesome. But yeah, really good drink. Really enjoying this hard cider. Let's take another good sip. Wow, man. I don't even know what to say about this one. I mean, is it a beer? No, it's a cider. Is it alcoholic? Of course. Is it like drinking a dessert? Yeah. I mean, it's really like, it's like drinking an apple pie. Okay, if you drink apple pop, that's probably what it's most similar to, or apple soda, or some kind of like apple drink, or like it tastes a lot like Mott's apple juice, but really good. Enjoying the Angry Orchard. Now let's move on to the next thing that I want to talk about, which was what I did this week. What did I do? I took a little ride up the 101 to St. Luis Obispo, or right before that, I guess, Rio Grande. What a amazing drive, guys. If you're ever in Los Angeles or San Diego or vice versa, take a ride along the coast, the PCH 1 or the 101. And it is an absolutely beautiful drive. For me, I was going northbound, so like I would go through Santa Barbara, in just the ocean, the coastline, just driving up there. It's the stuff that you see like in car commercials where it's like winding along the road, and it gets even more beautiful as you go more north. But had a good chance to travel up there. I had to go up there for a meeting, and it was tons of fun. Just cruising up there, just putting on the radio and listening to the Bills radio talk show while the coastline is right there in the ocean. I mean, it was absolutely astonishing. And if you're in Los Angeles, maybe you just do it for the day. You know, you just get in your car, just go up the 101 to St. Luis Obispo, get some lunch, turn around and come back down. I guarantee you'll be thinking about it all that day, the next week. Okay, really good drive. And let me know some of your fun drives, some of the famous drives around the world. I know this is just one epic beauty spot, but like getting in a car to me and just cruising and just going along the road is one of the funnest things that I've always enjoyed. Probably dates back to my early childhood days when I couldn't sleep. My mother would put me in the car and drive around Kenmore for a while until I fell asleep. And something about that was ingrained. I've always loved road trips. I've always liked being on the road. And when I'm driving out and to the left of me is the Pacific Ocean, and to the right is just these beautiful, lush green mountains. Absolutely fascinating, so much fun. And I suggest if you do it, that you do it soon, because just something about right now is really beautiful this time of year. Yeah, definitely encourage you to take a ride up or down the 101. Let's get back on the Angry Orchard. Man, dangerously good. I finished it pretty much. You know, it's got that like sour taste of the green apple. I'm smelling it by tasting it. It's really weird. But you know how when you bite into a Granny Smith, it like puckers and you kind of get that like, you know, face and whatever. But when you drink this, that's how it tastes. Like, it's not overly carbonated, so it's really kind of a smooth kind of transition into your mouth, down your throat, and into your belly. It's a really delicious drink. Absolutely, really good hard cider. That's how I would say. I would say it was a great to good hard cider. I'm not sure if that's even making sense because it's definitely hitting me stronger than I thought. It's only 5% alcohol, but I can definitely feel me starting to get a little wavy with the words. And if you've ever seen this show, you know I get a little slurry. But really good. Here's the score I'm going to give it. Because it's not a beer, we're going to still score it as a beer, but stacked up a little bit different, taking into consideration that it's a cider. So for the hard ciders, we're still going to use the 0.5 system all the way to 10. And I'm going to give this hard cider right here an 8.5. That's right, an 8.5. Really good. Enjoy drinking every sip of it. Almost too good, dangerously good, absolutely delicious. So, yeah. Let's see if I can say absolutely 10 times in 10 minutes. Yeah, good stuff. Apple Orchard. Gonna try that again. Let me show you one more time in case you want to buy it, and I'll always put the link down in the description below if you want to check out their website, find out where you can buy it. This one you can probably buy anywhere at your local supermarket. You know, but if you can't and you're in some kind of region where that doesn't have it, maybe you can order it, send it away for it, find it. But that's what it is, the green apple kind. So that was really good stuff. Now let's go into the video of the week. We didn't even talk about it. I didn't even get to it yet. That's why I've been just going off. So last week's video was the Food Friday video, and if you haven't seen it, it's just past one. It's up on my channel right now, and you can check it out. But last week, I checked out the phenomenal Popeye's Louisiana Kitchen Chicken Sandwich. That's right, the one that everyone's been fighting about, the one that everyone's been going crazy about, the one that, you know, is causing all this hoopla about. Yes, I kind of missed the wave of the trend, but that doesn't matter. It was still an amazing sandwich. It's the fast food style, so I'm eating in my car. I get the giant chicken sandwich. I tried two of them. I tried the regular, the original, and the spicy chicken, and they did not disappoint. You know, I don't see what people are really hurting each other over these chicken sandwiches, but I definitely see what all the hype's about. I really enjoyed it, and you got to check it out. It was really good, really delicious chicken sandwich, and yeah, hopefully you'll be able to check that one out. It's up there right now on the Travel Man Dan channel under Food Friday. So check out the Popeye's chicken sandwich. Now let's get into the next beer, because moving right along. All right, kind of going a little fast today because I'm going to get back to playoff action football. Although the Buffalo Bills are not in the playoffs anymore, the Kansas City Chiefs are on their way to the Super Bowl. So congrats to KC. LaShawn McCoy, Andy Reid, even Sammy Watkins, Patrick Mahomes. I'm really happy. You know, two of those last four people I just mentioned were ex-Buffalo Bills. So I'm proud to see that they're going to go on to the Super Bowl. Well, let's get into the next can of beer that we're going to go. We're going to go with this double IPA Indian Pale Ale. So that's right. It's a double IPA by Unveiled Brewing Company. All right, that's pretty cool. Unveiled Brewing Company has some wicked label of like a rabbit, and then you can see where it's the regular rabbit right here. Check the rabbit out, and then you can see like the x-ray version of it. Unveiled this is probably going to be a strong beer. It is goodbye. Say goodbye to Danny Salay, because after this beer I am all right. It's 8% alcohol. Okay, one of the highest that we've ever reviewed here. It is by a company out of, let's see, where do they come from here? They come from Arbuda Springs, Louisiana. Okay, so deep down in the south, celebrate LSU Tigers winning the championship. We're going to try out this Unveiled Brewing Company double IPA. Now, we got the can version. We are going to drink out of a can. I know that's, well, snobby beer drinkers don't really like IPA drinking out of the can. Look at breaking all the rules today. All right. Oh, yeah. All right. There it is, guys. There's that strong, hoppy smell. Take a whiff. Yeah, there it is. All right, that's the double IPA. Super hoppy. Let's get right into it. Wow. Wow. First sip is a blast. A real slap in the face. It's like somebody took a bunch of hops right out of the ground, or wherever off of the vine, and just slapped me right in the face with it. It's really strong. Got that really hard taste of hops in it, but smooth. Okay, it's got a creamy kind of flow to it. First sip, not bad, but I gotta be honest with you, these double IPAs can crush you. And I always get into what I want to talk about. This week, I committed a couple of sins. That's right, Danny Salay committed a couple of sins, aka Travelman Dan did 2 sins at work that, man, I didn't know about this, but now I know. All right, so stuff in the refrigerator at work, and I didn't know it was like cauliflower and broccoli, but it had been in a bag, and the bag was open. So like a day and a half later, the whole refrigerator just reeked like broccoli, you know. So the people in my office were putting signs on the refrigerator like, whoever has stuff in the fridge, please throw it out before 3:30 because we're all cleaning the fridge. Lo and behold, it was me the whole time, and I had no idea. When I found it, it was like, you know, I grabbed it, and the thing of broccoli just hit me. I was like, you know, just like totally stuns you. If you don't know, go and test it out at your work. But the thing I'm talking about was later in the day, that very same day, I committed the cardinal sin. the work sin of all work sins. It was about 3 o'clock, and I was hungry because I was working right through lunch, and I had some food in the refrigerator that I needed to heat up, and that food was fish, and so I put it in the microwave at work, and oh my gosh, I had no idea, but apparently fish in a microwave makes a closed area stinky, and your coworkers will hate you. So I went and heated it up. The whole place reeked like fish. I was in my office, and I heard somebody going, "Man, somebody's really cooking fish or something out there." Just started cracking. I was brought to my attention by another coworker. He showed me this video of this woman who was talking like, much like I'm talking to you guys, and she was talking about fish and like how you're so inconsiderate and you're a effing a-hole if you cook fish in the office. And then I went on the internet and found all kinds of memes and the protocols of you know, what not to do, and don't ever cook fish in the microwave or some type of fish anywhere near your office, in your office, because apparently it's like a taboo bad thing to do in America. I love fish. I've been aged all around the world. Fish is loved, and the smell is, although it is it is a bit repulsive. I can see where people are coming from, but I'm kind of used to it. Yeah, it's pretty funny to watch all my coworkers and the reactions to it. And that was only half an office. So in one day, I committed 2 smelly crimes. I'm sorry to my office, and let it be a lesson to you all that do not cook fish in a microwave at your workplace. All right, let's get back into this double IPA from Eval. All right, so much different than the Angry Orchard. It's got a little bit of a snap to it, almost like a bite. When you actually swallow the swig from the can, as you're swallowing it, like gives you a little jolt, a little something from the IPA, and the, you know, bold taste of the harps and all kinds of IBV or IBUs. I forget what they call them. Hey, what's up, buddy? How you doing? I haven't been called Coach D in a few months, and I miss you guys. Hope you're doing good. Thanks for joining me. How do you like the Sabres gear, huh? Travel Man Dan, Sabres gear, check it out. All right, those of you that are checking out, hope you're doing good. Happy New Year, bud. We're just having a little beer. I know you're too young for that, but yeah. Now, I want to talk about a little thing here, well, all around the world. If you don't know, the Red Sox and the Houston Astros got busted for stealing signs, and you know, during the World Series and throughout their who knows how long they were doing it. And I feel really bad for all my friends that are Los Angeles Dodgers fans because it happened to them twice, apparently. And at one point, Houston was using buzzers on their shoulders to, tell them about pitches. And, baseball is a weird sport like that because stealing signs has always been part of the game. But when you add technology to it and you're doing it more advanced than all the other teams, it's totally cheating. Okay, and the way that they were doing it, because if not, what would happen is, why don't you just set up a camera that's constantly on the catcher's crotch, and then the manager can just sit on the iPad and kind of look, and before that, and he can yell out to the batter or yell to the third base coach who can, what I mean, they can if they're all using technology, like, where's the integrity of the game here? Okay, you start cheating and using technology and stuff, you're getting an advantage. But I don't know, man. You can ask Coach Nato, and I hope soon. I hope they call me back one day. So I miss you guys. Please say hi to everyone. I miss you guys so much, and hope you're all doing well. I love you guys at school, and yeah, that I miss you. Yeah. So what makes it right? I don't know. It's baseball is such a difficult sport because of what you're trying to actually do, like the physics of baseball, hitting a round ball with a round bat, which is coming in at 100, then at 70, spinning, whatever, that any advantage such as the one that the Red Sox and the Astros were using can really throw off a game. Because if I know personal experience, if I know a fastball is coming and I'm going to get 5 pitches, I'm just going to wait for that fastball, okay? Thank you, buddy. Thank you so much. Thank you for coming in and watching this, and I appreciate you. And I'll just gonna keep making videos and showing people the world and cool places to eat and just a lot of fun. And thanks for joining me. Please tell everyone at Curtis I said hi. All right, that was one of my old students. That's why I like this live interaction stuff. But yeah, so like you just sit on a fastball, and look what happened to you, Darvish. Now, I don't know what the extent is. Only the players and the coaches of that team will know. I don't know if they're using it all year round. I don't know if they used it for one game. I don't even know if this information is out, but they did get busted cheating. And, like I said, it's the integrity of the game. What's next? What are we teaching young kids to do? Just like this boy that I'm talking to here. It called me, I was his coach, What are we teaching kids by being adults and stealing signs with technology? Is that okay to do? It's really screwed up, and I'm glad they got caught. And I just feel bad for, like I said, for the Dodgers that lost 2 of them to the Yankees were washed up and beat by the Red Sox the one year. It's weird because I was like, the Red Sox didn't have any superstars to say on offense that year, and they were crushing the ball. And maybe that is one of the reasons that they were crushing the ball, because they always knew what pitch was coming. Who knows? I mean, it's always going to have an asterisk around it now. But sucks to be in any part of this on either team, because then the other guy's got to go out there and play. And I would hate to be, on that team that was cheating, and now you got to go back out there and play because nobody takes it for real anymore, and you work your whole life towards this goal. Really crazy situation. The only thing left to do is take a sip of beer. All right, let's go back to this double IPA. Wow. All right. Got a bit of a soury, mashy taste to it. I can almost dive deep into my taste buds and try out some kind of almost like a steel taste. I don't know what that is. I got a backwash of steel. I know it sounds weird, like how many hard metals do you eat? I only eat nails, sucker. No, no, but this is what I'm tasting, almost like that nickel blood taste, and mixed in there with some hops, but really not a bad double IPA. If you know anything about IPAs, I love them, but they are a little bit harsh, and then when you add the word double in front of them, you get double harsh. So yeah, be ready for this one, but it's really good actually. I like it. Not too strong yet. I can feel it kicking in a little bit. I definitely felt a little weirdness from the hard cider. But moving right along, let's talk about this week's video, and that is the Travel Man Dan show, the flagship show at the Danny Salay channel. Is an awesome time. That's where I go ahead and show you cool places, interesting people, delicious foods, all kinds of cool stuff. And this week is no different, as I go ahead and I interview one of the coolest people in Hollywood. All right, this guy is a storyboard artist. His name is Pete Von Shally. If you saw the Travel Man Dan from 2 weeks ago, you would have saw me at the 800 gallery, and then right at the end of that video we go to a pop-up thing. It was called The History of Monsters, and that's this guy's drawings of all the different monsters. Pete Von Shally is one of the, I mean, he's worked on some of the most iconic movies, from Freddy to little Chucky, to all kinds of Star Trek things. He's worked on really cool movies. His IMDb, I'll go ahead and put it down in the link of that video. Down and met with here in Hollywood or anywhere in the world. I just picked his brain about what it was like to draw monsters, the movie industry, this kind of stuff, and to get that insight from a storyboard artist is a lot of fun. And that video comes out Wednesday, so I hope you get a chance to see it. You won't be disappointed. You might learn something, and most of all, you'll be inspired to kind of watch some of his movies, or watch a movie that has some kind of monsters in it, or something kind of sci-fi actiony, kind of monsterish. You'll be able to be inspired to know that there's people out there that actually draw this first, and it's not all generated by computers. Especially back in his day, it was pretty much all drawn. Really interesting. I want him to draw a really fun cartoon comic book of Travel Man Dan, who fights off monsters and gets into these battles and actions and stuff, and that would be really cool. Let me know in the comments below if you want to see that comic book, the Travel Man Dan comic book. Which leads me to the next segment real quick. Is coming up soon is the Travel Man Dan coloring book. We got 2 more images to do, so if you know about that, or if I've ever told you about that, it's still coming. Ran into some bumps, some kinks, excuse me, and but it is still coming out. Now let me go ahead and get into the next segment, the segment that I like to call "What are you reading? What are you watching?" All right, what are you reading? Talks about what are you reading this week. I think it's always important to go ahead and read something, and because of my connection with China, my affinity for the love of country and people in China, Chinese New Year was coming up, and I just picked up this old travel guide book. All right, the Chinese travel guide book. This was given to me by a friend before I left for China. It's got really good stuff in it. It talks about all the different places in China. It's your basic Discovery Kids or Discovery, book, but it's not no kids book. This is like really, I remember the first time I seen these. It was awesome, man. Look at these rice fields, and it's just really cool when I go ahead and read this stuff, especially when I've gone there and I know what they're talking about. And here's Hunan and Hubei province, and this is really cool. All this Mao propaganda stuff, and just gives you a really neat, quick insight on all of China. And China's big, guys. That's what's really cool about China, is it's a lot like the United States, in terms of you have the north, and you have the middle, and you have the south, and then you have the west, and each one is a little bit different, from the people to the architecture to the food. And it was really exciting, because as an actor in China, I was able to go to places and travel and see all these fun, neat, cool things to do, and just all the different, Western China is very much different than Southern China. And I had the opportunity to be on movie sets all across China, and it was a really great experience. So that's what I'm reading this week. And you never talk about India. Oh, I'm sorry. I would love to see India. I don't know too much about India. I would love to come back to India. I'm sorry. I would love to go to India. I've never been to India, but from what I hear about India, it's absolutely beautiful. It's very colorful. The people are very good, and I have a lot of really good Indian American friends, and I hope one day that I can make it to India. Baro, I'm going to India, and we're gonna eat some naan, and we're gonna have some butter chicken, or you're gonna have some tandoori, and yeah, we're gonna have a good time. Don't you worry, Bara. I will come to India, and I will come meet you. Hey, what's up, Joe? What's up? All right, we got another Coach D. All right, welcome. But yeah, so let me know down in the comments below what you're reading. I would love, maybe I'll get a book like this on India and just start checking it out. But I can't wait to make it there. Joe, good to see you. Thanks for joining us on the weekly beer and video review show with Dave. Last bit, I got a few more swigs. We're in this. And now I want to talk about what am I watching. I watched this movie. I Forgive me, movie gods, for I have sinned. I watched it late, I know, but I still got to it. I watched Rambo 2 days ago, and wow, Rambo, insane. Come back to our school. I would love to. I would love to. Please, yeah, tell the coaches over there that I said hello, and whoever you got to talk to, your principal, say, hey, bring back Mr. D. Wow, that's smooth. That has got a really good taste to it. If you're looking for a double IPA, this one really is a nice choice. We got you. Thanks, guys. I know you do. You guys are awesome. Missed you so much, and hope you're doing well at the school year. It just, definitely say hi to everyone over there. But saw Rambo. I don't know if you guys seen Rambo. It's probably one of the most violent movies I've ever seen in my life. No, you do not try that. You are not of age. All right. You can try it in a few, what do you say? I don't know. What are you, 10, 11? No, you cannot have this beer. So here in the States, we do have drinking laws, and I do not promote underage drinking. Make sure you are of age to be drinking. So my students will not be drinking for a few more years. I miss you guys, man. Way to have a sense of humor. But Rambo, not very funny at all. Okay, Stallone is in my top 5 for favorite actors. Whew, man, I gotta be honest with you, the first hour of that movie made me really uncomfortable. They really were able to capture the essence of scumbags. Okay, watching that was full of a lot of bad people and a lot of dirt bags, and the fact that I know they're only actors, but the fact that there's real people out there like this, man, crazy stuff. So yeah, I got a chance to see Rambo, The Last Blood. Where is it? Really liked it. Well, it's tough to say because without being Star Wars or Rocky, I don't remember as much of all like Rambo 3 and Rambo 4 really loose. So I'd have to watch them all at once and then just kind of judge them. Maybe that's what I'll do on one of my episodes coming up, is review. Who would like to see Danny Salay, aka Travel Man Dan, aka Movie Man Dan, do really fun movie reviews? All right, maybe that's a new thing, new show I'll add to my channel. I'd like to do it. I think it'll be a lot of fun. But we're gonna slam this beer. I'm gonna give it a score. I'm gonna leave you with the quote of the week, and then I'm gonna get on out of here because I want to watch the Packers play the 49ers. All right, so last sip of the Unveiled Brewing Double IPA. I hope to see you too, Joe. Goodbye. Have a good one. Say hi to everybody. I miss you very much, buddy. Ooh, that's delicious, okay? It's got a little bit of a sweetness to it. Almost like how a Guinness tastes a little bit sweet. Really hoppy right to the last sip. Enjoyable. It's smooth. It's creamy. Definitely would have it again. Is it super strong? Yeah, it's starting to kick in. It's about 8%. Really enjoyed this beer. And what am I going to give it? I'm going to give it an honest, but goodness, 7.5. 7.5% is a great score. I consider it anything above 6 is a good score. So 7.5, you're climbing into the 10s. And really nice beer right here, the Unveiled Brewing Company. They are they hit a good one here because a lot of the double IPAs are a little too strong. And well, it's like you never want a painful be getting through a drink. You always want it to, taste somewhat good going down, and that's exactly what this one is. So if you get a chance, check it. Really cool label can, and yeah. All right. The last thing we like to do here, and that is the quote of the week. Well, it's something that I'll see a quote, I'll think about it, I'll do my own self meditation. It's not like I sit in a room and nothing like that. It's just, well, maybe if you're driving or you just have some quiet time to yourself, that you think about this and how it affects you and how it what it means to you. And basically, you know everything is relative to your life, right? That's the life you're living. You only have one. So, without thinking about anybody else's life, it's how this quote directly affects me, and then how I regurgitate it and put it out there. And here's the quote. It's one of those quotes that like is said a lot or whatever, and so I don't know the true origin of it, but it says like this. It says, "A goal should scare you a little and excite you a lot." Okay, think about that. A goal that you want to have, something that you want to accomplish, something that you want to be, that you want to do, something you want to go. It should scare you a little, but it should excite you a lot. Okay, and that is so true. That is like, I've mimicked those words one way or another, and not in those exact words, but one way or another for so long that it's like, as an artist, as an actor, as a YouTube host, or whatever you want to call it, whatever. Yeah, this stuff it's there's a goal that I have in mind. Okay, I want to make a full-time living career as an entertainer. Okay, whether it be acting, hosting, game show, wrestling announcer, whatever, something is going to be there. There's something here. So whatever your goal is, whatever that means, it has nothing to do with entertainment. Whether you want to be a pastry chef, a lawyer, a mechanic, something that is a goal of yours, or what you want to go to, something is that goal. That should scare you a little bit. This stuff scares me. Okay, it's not as easy as, like, you guys see the finished product, but there's a lot of swirling parts going on, and so should your goal. Your goal should have that swirling parts. Every day in your heart to your brain, to your heart to your brain, that helps move your body. Okay, gotta do it, gotta do it, gotta do it. Okay, the connection between your heart and brain is making your body move so that you can attain that goal. That should be scary. But the thing that supersedes that, and that allows you to continue to move forward, is that it excites you more. It's exciting, right? You love it. You live for it, okay? And me as an artist, I like the possibility of actually being in more movies and being leads and things like that. It's exciting. I know it's freaking scary as hell, but I'm excited about it, and that will never stop me from going after my goal. And I encourage you, for whatever your goal is, however scared you might be, just let it be a little bit, and let the excitement be at the highest point, so that you can go and you can achieve those goals. And when you accomplish that, and when you achieve it, set another goal. All right, go after another dream. Don't matter how big it is, dream big, because that's what it's all about. Yeah, it's all kind of crazy metaphysical talk, but when you really start to sit and break it down, that whatever your goal is, that maybe the reason that you aren't getting to that goal is because then being excited. So all you got to do is reverse those things. It's okay to be scared. It's okay to be a little bit nervous or frightened or whatever, but just allow the excitement to be bigger than the scariness of what's happening. Because if the possibility, then you'll get to that goal. That's just a little bit of reflection here today. Thank you so much, guys, for joining me. Whether you catch it live, whether you caught it live, or you catch it late, I appreciate it. These are the beers and hard cider we drank. The Angry Orchard Hard Cider, Green Apple, and the Invalid Brewing Company Double IPA. Thank you so much, guys, for just joining me, for coming on to the show, being a part of it, whether you see it live or you catch it late. Thank you. Ring the bell, give me a like, leave me a comment, anything you want. I'd love to hear from you. And overall, Thanks again for watching. I'm Travel Man Dan. Remember, it's a big world out there. Make sure you see every bit of it.